What if the real secret behind Elon Musk's unshakable drive isn't his money, intelligence, or futuristic vision, but a 2,000-year-old philosophy once practiced by Roman emperors, exiled senators, and even slaves? What if the key to Musk's resilience wasn't about engineering at all, but mental engineering? Today, we're uncovering the Stoic philosophy that underpins Elon Musk's boldest moves. From rocket explosions to public ridicule, from financial wipeouts to brutal personal heartbreaks, we'll see how Stoicism helped him transform every obstacle into a stepping stone. By the end of this video, you won't just understand Musk better. You'll gain tools to conquer your own setbacks, master your mind, and live with unbreakable inner strength. Imagine putting every dollar you have into a dream, knowing the world is betting on your failure. Would you still go all in? When Musk launched SpaceX, he wasn't just fighting gravity, he was fighting near universal scorn. After 3 rocket failures, most experts declared him finished. His friends begged him to stop. Investors pulled out. The media branded him a spoiled rich kid playing astronaut. Instead of collapsing, Musk followed the core Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control, focusing only on what he could influence: his actions, his character, his response, and detaching from everything else: opinions, outcomes, praise, and blame. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher born a slave, proclaimed, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." Epictetus himself was crippled from beatings as a slave. Yet he maintained unshakable serenity because he governed his mind, not his circumstance. Like Epictetus, Musk didn't judge himself by public success or failure. He viewed each failed launch not as an attack on his worth, but as data to improve designs. Another practice Musk embodies is premeditatio malorum, mentally rehearsing everything that could go wrong so it loses its sting. Musk regularly discusses rocket failure as not just possible, but likely. By expecting failure, he became psychologically invincible to it, echoing Seneca's counsel to rehearse poverty and consider misfortune in advance so it cannot surprise you. What would you do when your entire empire teeters on the edge of ruin? Retreat or risk everything to save it? Tesla in 2008 was a hair's breadth from bankruptcy. Musk had to decide: cut his losses and protect his fortune, or pour everything he had left into saving the company. Seneca, advisor to Emperor Nero and a giant of Stoicism, insisted that true greatness emerges only through hardship. He stated, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." Seneca himself endured exile by Emperor Claudius and later was ordered to take his own life by Nero. Yet in his letters, he maintained that adversity is not an enemy, but a teacher. Musk mirrored this mindset. He sold homes, borrowed money, and worked 20-hour days at the Tesla factory, even sleeping on the floor among his employees. He chose voluntary hardship, a Stoic training method known as ascesis, to cultivate inner strength and demonstrate leadership. By willingly facing discomfort, Musk showed his team and himself that survival wasn't about comfort or ego, but mission. This choice didn't just save Tesla. It transformed the entire global auto industry and ignited the movement toward sustainable energy. Why does Musk remain unfazed when his failures are broadcast to millions in real time? Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher king, governed during plagues, wars, and endless betrayals. Despite ruling the world's largest empire, he penned daily reminders to himself in his private journal, what we now call meditations. He reflected, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the foundation of the inner citadel, a mental fortress so strong that nothing external can break it. When Musk faced catastrophic failures, like the Falcon 1 rocket exploding, or the Cybertruck's window shattering on stage during a live demo, he didn't collapse or lash out. Instead, he analyzed the mistakes, cracked jokes, and returned to work. This mirrors Marcus's reminder to receive without pride, let go without attachment. Musk didn't identify with outcomes. He identified with the process. By building his own inner citadel, Musk could face public embarrassment and global scrutiny without losing sight of his mission. How does Musk keep going, despite constant criticism, lawsuits, and social media storms? Seneca taught that we must become immune to praise and blame alike. He advised, if you live in accordance with nature, you will never be poor. If you live by what others think, you will never be rich. Seneca himself was a senator during a volatile period, relentlessly attacked by rivals. Yet he maintained equanimity because he saw reputation as an indifferent, something neither good nor bad in itself. Musk is relentlessly criticized, seemingly no matter what he does, from labor practices to his unpredictable tweets. He loses billions in valuation with a single tweet, and yet continues to post memes and jokes. Why? Because his compass isn't approval, it's progress. This reflects the Stoic value of living according to nature, which means fulfilling your unique role and duty, regardless of external applause. Musk's commitment to advancing technology and safeguarding humanity supersedes his need for social acceptance. Like Seneca, he embodies the idea that true wealth is freedom from others' opinions. Why would someone who has it all deliberately choose discomfort over luxury? Musonius Rufus, a lesser-known but powerful Stoic, argued that luxury weakens the soul. He encouraged his students to develop strength through simplicity and hardship. He would often sleep on hard beds, eat plain food, and walk barefoot, even in winter, to remind himself that comfort is not necessary for happiness. Musk, though one of the richest men on earth, sold nearly all his homes and moved to a small prefabricated $50,000 house near the SpaceX launch site. He works 80 to 100 hours a week, often skipping vacations and luxury retreats. Why? Because comfort breeds complacency, and hardship breeds innovation. This is the Stoic idea of voluntary discomfort, exposing yourself to difficulty to toughen your character and reduce fear of loss. Musk doesn't just tolerate discomfort. He actively seeks it to build resilience, just as ancient Stoics trained their bodies and minds to endure cold, hunger, and exile. What if your entire world collapsed at once? Would you rise or crumble? In 2008, Musk's entire universe imploded. Tesla was collapsing. SpaceX was failing. His marriage ended. He was borrowing money to pay rent. Epictetus observed, "Circumstances reveal the man. When trouble comes, you will see what kind of man you have become." Epictetus knew hardship intimately. He lived as a slave and suffered a permanently disabled leg after brutal beatings. Yet he taught his students that no external misfortune can touch the true self. Musk refused to play victim. He doubled down, working even harder, securing last-minute funding, and pouring every remaining dollar into his companies. This exemplifies amor fati, love of fate. The Stoic idea is not merely to accept hardship, but to embrace it as essential for growth. By viewing adversity as fuel rather than a curse, Musk transformed personal devastation into historic breakthroughs, just as Epictetus showed that challenges shape and reveal our true nature. How does Musk remain calm when failure could mean losing billions or even lives? Seneca practiced premeditatio malorum, where he would start each morning imagining all possible misfortunes, loss of wealth, health, or loved ones. This exercise removes the shock factor, You've already lived the worst in your mind, so if it arrives, you're ready. Musk lives this openly. Before rocket launches, he publicly acknowledges that they may fail, sometimes even joking about explosions. When a Falcon 9 rocket exploded, destroying a $200 million satellite, Musk treated it as data, not doom. By practicing mental exposure to worst-case scenarios, Musk is less reactive and more prepared. Seneca remarked, "Misfortune is virtue's opportunity." In Musk's case, each explosion is not a setback, but a necessary chapter in the long-term mission. This mindset transforms failure into progress and fear into strength. What about heartbreak? How do you keep going when personal loss pierces deeper than any financial setback? Marcus Aurelius lost many children and close allies, yet he maintained that grief, while natural, should not overpower the soul. He reflected, "Do not let the future disturb you. You will meet it if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." Musk has faced multiple painful divorces and intense family challenges. Instead of retreating from the world, he channels his pain into creation, pushing Tesla, SpaceX, and other projects even further. This is prohairesis, the core Stoic concept meaning moral purpose or rational will. It represents our ultimate freedom, the ability to choose how we respond, regardless of external circumstances. By anchoring his identity in mission rather than relationships alone, Musk transforms heartbreak into fuel for building a better future. Just as Marcus turned loss into wisdom and service, Musk converts pain into world-changing action. Why not retire after achieving more than any other entrepreneur in history? Marcus Aurelius affirmed, "What is not good for the hive is not good for the bee." Stoics believed the ultimate purpose of life was to contribute to the common good, not just personal pleasure. Musk embodies this at a planetary scale. Colonizing Mars isn't an ego project. It's his solution to humanity's survival. Even after becoming the richest man on Earth, he didn't retire to an island. He started Neuralink to help humans merge with AI, Starlink to connect the world, and the Boring Company to reshape urban transport. He sold almost all material possessions, proving he's not tied to luxury. This reflects the Stoic principle of universal reason, the belief that we are all part of a greater whole, and our highest duty is service to that whole. Musk's unending work isn't about more wealth. It's about advancing the species, a direct embodiment of Stoic cosmopolitanism. What drives Musk to think about humanity's fate beyond his own lifetime, and even beyond Earth? Marcus Aurelius reflected, "What we do now echoes in eternity." For the Stoics, living well wasn't just about personal virtue, but about leaving a positive mark on the world, a commitment to the greater cosmos, cosmopolis. This perspective is known as cosmopolitanism, the belief that we are citizens of the world, interconnected and responsible to a higher universal order. Musk's push to colonize Mars isn't just a sci-fi fantasy. He believes that by making life multiplanetary, humanity has a better chance to survive cosmic-scale threats, asteroids, supervolcanoes, or self-inflicted catastrophes. This mindset echoes the Stoic idea of sympathia, the deep interconnection of all living things. Marcus Aurelius urged us to see ourselves as threads in the vast fabric of the universe. Musk once quipped, "I want to die on Mars, just not on impact." This reflects not only his personal courage, but his commitment to a mission that transcends his own lifespan. Like the Stoics, he looks beyond individual ego and comfort, focusing instead on how his actions contribute to the long-term flourishing of all human beings. In a very real sense, Musk's legacy thinking, building technologies that might help future generations centuries from now, is a modern manifestation of Stoic service to the common good. Why does Musk treat time like his most precious resource more valuable than money or fame. The Stoics believed that time is our most fleeting and precious asset. Seneca famously dedicated an entire essay called On the Shortness of Life, De Brevitate Vitae, to this idea, arguing that it's not that life is too short, but that we waste so much of it. He insisted people are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be, stingy. Elon Musk embodies this principle with almost surgical precision. While most billionaires retire to enjoy luxury, Musk schedules his day in 5-minute increments, famously known as time blocking. He often works back-to-back shifts across different companies, even sleeping at factories, rather than wasting time commuting or relaxing in comfort. His obsession with speed isn't just about efficiency, it's about maximizing his contribution to humanity within the short span of a human life. Just like the Stoics viewed each day as a complete life in miniature, Musk treats every hour as an opportunity to push humanity forward. By valuing time above all, he aligns with the Stoic ideal that a wise person never procrastinates on what truly matters. What can you take from all of this? Imagine handling your next failure like Musk handles an exploding rocket, with curiosity, not despair. Imagine seeing harsh criticism as wind, not a wall. Imagine transforming every obstacle into your path to greatness. You don't need to launch rockets to practice Stoicism. You only need to focus on what you can control and release the rest. Embrace voluntary discomfort to build inner resilience. Transform setbacks into fuel for growth. Live for something greater than yourself. When you adopt this mindset, life stops happening to you and starts happening for you. Elon Musk didn't rise to the top by avoiding pain or seeking comfort. He rose because he saw adversity not as an obstacle, but as the training ground for greatness, exactly what Stoicism has taught for centuries. His true wealth is not money, but an unbreakable mind. Like Marcus Aurelius leading through plagues and invasions, Seneca facing political exile and forced death, and Epictetus transforming slavery into freedom, Musk turns hardship into fuel and chaos into creation. Next time life tests you, ask yourself, what would a Stoic do? And remember, the obstacle isn't in your way. The obstacle is the way.